everybody, and welcome to the 21st edition of LM's Weekly Wrap, our weekly program to cover all the developments that are taking place in the market, the international developments, the developments in the domestic markets, and the repercussions on the respective sectors and the respective stocks. With me, as usual, is Jash, our senior equity research analyst at LM Securities, and he's going to brief us about the global as well as the domestic development. So, Jash, kindly take it forward.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be in front of you all. As usual, I'll start with the global markets and then come to the domestic market. Starting with the Nifty levels. Today, the Nifty has been particularly weak. It is holding 18,300. As I always say, it has to hold 18,000 levels. Only then we are still in the bullish trend. If it breaks the support of 18,000, then I think we might change our stance depending on what the scenario is. Nifty is weak because of the global cues, which I'll be covering now. Last week I said that the Fed is going to increase the rate hike to 50 basis points, and it did. It is a slightly positive, as it was not 75 basis points, but 50 basis points is still slightly high. It was followed by Bank of England and ECB. They also hiked their rates by 50 basis points. Coming to crude oil, it had hit a low of $76 a barrel last week. This week it is again at $82 a barrel right now. I think all these global scenarios are impacting Indian markets. There's a large concern for inflationary environment in US, but if you go to see the retail spending was at 11-month low, the US retail spending, which is also indicating towards a recessionary environment in the US. So I think it's the rate hike effect is being shown on the US markets. Coming to the Indian story, I think India is still poised for growth. The growth story remains very strong, and you should stay invested. Yeah, there will be certain volatility in the coming few months, but long-term investors should be invested. And traders should keep booking profits at every point. I would hand over to Nirav sir for the more light on the sectoral performances.
Thank you, Jash. So, as rightly pointed out, the global cues continue to be weak, and we've seen that the commentary which has come from the US Federal Reserve is still hawkish. They are still talking about more rate hikes. So the previous stance which was there, that the price stability is the bedrock of the economy, irrespective of the fact that you have to compromise growth for the sake of price stability. So inflation is basically what they want to tame at the moment. So it's very clear, the stance is very clear at the moment, and that might impact the US economy, especially the IT sector. We've seen the commentary which has been coming in from various IT sector companies. And in line with that, I would like to highlight that HCL Technologies, they have reduced their guidance. After having raised the revenue guidance, they have reduced the revenue guidance. And it's being said that this is just the beginning of the downturn. So it started with the small things, but this might aggravate going forward into the new year, that is 2023. So a word of caution over there, and in this particular context we would like to particularly highlight that tonight we have the Accenture guidance. They are going to guide for the entire year, so that is also going to impact the stocks, and we'll see the impact of that on Monday morning. The IT sectors are likely to react to the guidance which will be given by Accenture, so watch out for that space. We've seen the IT stocks under tremendous pressure in the last few days following HCL Technologies announcement. So that is one. Secondly, another on the international side, one point which I would like to point out is that there has been heavy pounding of Ukraine again by Russia today. It's just come, the news flow which has just come in. So that is also likely to impact the international markets.
And that also impacted, you could see the impact on the market as it gave up gains in the end.
Yes. So that is another factor to look out for. Going back to the different sectors, I think auto sector not much has happened. But
it's gone sideways.
Yeah, and we've seen auto ancillaries where Bharat Forge has given a very strong guidance. They've given the vision 2030, what they intend to achieve over the next 1 decade, what has been their achievements during the past 1 decade. So I think very positive commentary over there. So that's on the auto ancillary side, and we've seen select stocks like Mahindra CIE continue to do very well in trade. And apart from that, I think the tire stocks or the automotive battery related stocks continue to perform quite well. On the banking side, I think we've largely seen profit taking happening in the PSU banks in this particular week, and we feel that valuations are also looking a bit stretched over there, but now I think it's going to be the chance of the large cap banks to take the center stage. So watch out for ICICI Bank or SBI or Kotak Mahindra, HDFC Bank, IndusInd Bank. These stocks could perform well.
I think the Q3 results are going to be favorable for them as well.
Yes. So watch out for that space. A sector which is really looking good and which can be the emerging sector of 2023 is the infrastructure space. As the economy picks up steam, we are seeing that a lot of infrastructure companies are getting good amount of orders. For example, KEC International, they have a record order book, record order inflows in this year. Kalpataru Power Transmission, and of course the proxy of India's infrastructure story, that is Larsen Toubro, as well as a lot of mid-cap companies like PSP Projects, PNC Infratech, etc. They've won very good orders, and I think now the infrastructure companies are raring to go. They are going to execute faster, and probably the cash flows are also going to be stronger. Margins are going to be stronger as compared to the previous year. So I think infrastructure stocks definitely are in for a good period ahead. Apart from this, I think we saw developments in FMCG sector in this particular week. We are seeing on and off a lot of action where companies are looking out for acquisitions. For example, Tata Consumer Products, and they are in the race for Bisleri.
That's
yeah.
right.
So today we have news flow that the companies are also looking, whether it's Tata Consumer Products or HUL, they are in the race for acquiring the tea brand, which is Girnar. So a lot of developments happening over there. Also, Reliance Consumer Products, they have launched their brand called Independence, and where they will be selling staples, essential items, edible oils, etc. So as a pilot project that has been launched, the Independence brand has been launched in Gujarat. But this can be extended to the other parts of the country. Now, in this particular thing, what is being discussed is that this has the potential to create a disruption. Now, I like to point out certain things. We also had a similar kind of disruption which was spoken about in 2017 when Patanjali had introduced a lot of FMCG products, and that potentially had a potential to unravel or disrupt the entire FMCG market. But unfortunately that did not happen. So it was a positive as far as the FMCG incumbents were concerned. So I think FMCG companies will face some competition from the Reliance brands, but I think it'll be interesting how the things play out over there.
Maybe it's a healthy competition, and I think our FMCG space is too big.
Yes.
I think
so
it has a space for all.
Expanding.
I think it has a space for all. Yeah.
So while Patanjali could not wholly succeed in their efforts to shake up the FMCG space, now it remains to be seen how Reliance is going to give a tough competition to the players.
So I'm sure all the ideas are quite disruptive, but our market is too huge and it has space for everyone. This is what our view remains.
Yes. Yeah. And coming to Reliance itself, we have Telecom there, where they have launched their 5G in Indore side, and then they potentially plan to take it to the rest of the country. So I think these are some of the developments which have taken place in the market. Mostly we've seen a lot of sectors which are just performing exceptionally well. They have taken a breather. There has been some profit booking, element of profit booking, which is there in the market. But it remains to be seen how we react to the global cues. And I think now the action will shift definitely to the third quarter. Markets would like to wait and see what is the quality of the results which is coming, quality of the commentary which is coming out in the third quarter. So I think wait and watch approach will be there. Stay invested, of course, and keep booking profit in select mid cap and small cap stocks, whereas large cap stocks are still looking attractive.
Correct, yeah.
So it will be a good strategy to shift from mid cap and small cap to the large cap.
At least your trading portfolios.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yeah. So I think that's about all from our side. We hope you enjoyed our show, and please write to us with your feedback and your views. And I think Jash, any comments from your side?
Yeah, I would say the same thing. Please like, share, and subscribe, and also download our app InvestMart on the App Store and Play Store. Thank you.
Thank you very much.